got a bald eagle in the tree at the park in Arizona. I don't know how many of them are in the area. I didn't know any were. He was flying a second ago. Hey guys, joined here by a buddy, another buddy. We're gonna cruise around another park. This is a park up in Eastmark. We're just gonna cruise around here. He's a cool guy. I like hanging out with my buddies. Let's go do the Orange Dragon. His brothers and his nephew went out with us cruising. And good times, good people. Oh, there's a playground. This place is pretty cool.
Help me, please. Please help me. Please, please. I need this.
Yeah. Let's go on that hill over there. I like that hill. Just chatting with some of the baseball kids over there.
Oh, you filmed that?
Nope.
Oh.
I just turned it back on. Going under some trees, flowing, floating and flowing with the buddy. We're entering a new world, the golden age of love and kindness and friendship and abundance. So we're just practicing getting used to the process of enjoying abundance right now. Abundance and kindness, love, friendship, all the cheesy
It's all
stuff.
about the love.
And experiencing places that a lot of people don't get around to getting out and checking out. Like some really cool parks in the neighborhoods.
Enjoy the real video game.
The real
That's
video
what
game.
people forget. This is the real video game.
That's what I was, that was the topic of my last two videos. I was saying that we want to make the best video game ever. You want to program the best video game. You think of all the features you'd want in it, and it ends up just being life.
Right.
This
I didn't know
is
you could enjoy it so
the most epic video game. Oh, but you can be hurt. Yeah, that's part of one of the, you can get hurt in video games. It just has a different type of a feeling consequence. Playground. Whoop. Hey, we did these things before, remember? These little slide swing things. Sometimes we'll get out, do late night cruises, and capture some pretty cool stuff when everyone else is asleep. We own the place when everyone else sleeps. We go anywhere. Nobody cares because they're asleep.
You want to try that?
What, jumping off it?
No, with riding the edge.
I mean, you're welcome to try. If you feel confident enough. I'm still a little chicken. And it gets narrow at the top. Sneaky, sneaky. Yeah. I know. Hey, man, that was way further than I would have. Nice.
I just don't want to go right to the end.
So I was just so inspired by the time that we spent together with his brothers, you know, getting a bunch of adults together, connecting, having a good time, waking each other up to concepts of a better world, a better future. It seems like these groups are starting to get together more often. Like I'm finding a lot of people are starting to form groups of community, sub-communities, you know, of connecting with people, finding common interests, and just bringing back the enjoyment of the world. And I'm just happy to be a part of the kind of the big push, inspiring a lot of joy, open-minded connections. This guy did a lot of that. He opened my mind, helped me open my mind to all the things that I was, you know, living in just daily grind, and you lose your sense of.
Well, see, because it's stronger together. Because you helped me too, and I think humanity's the same. They want to divide and conquer us, and that's what you have to understand. Is that the hidden agenda, and we all need to be friends. It's not about race. It's not about gender. They all need to come together in love. That's
Right.
it. That's because we're stronger together.
And politics, you know, there's always a way to find common, like an understanding of what needs to happen in politics. There doesn't need to be this left versus right. It's just right versus wrong. Oh, that dog's cute. Oh, hey there, little doggo. He likes us. They're so cute. Uh-oh, front trunk has been left open. I guess I opened the front trunk and didn't realize. I should bring my dog to this dog park sometimes.
Oh my God, you're not aggressive.
He's a cute little guy. Look at that little guy.
She's real fake.
Oh, hello there.
These two are friendly.
Oh,
Zebra. Oh, girly. Hey, stop. Zebra.
I didn't even think of this spot. I could bring the dog. Chloe. But yeah, I think fighting against division is so easy because you don't have to fight against anything at all. You know, you don't fight against division. You just stop dividing yourselves. You just
the weird
relax back into unifying.
This is the hardest thing that I think we're not told. It's the greatest deception, in my opinion, is that we're all looking at each other in the mirror, right? We've been divided in so many ways that they want to look at everything that's different about us, right? But really, we're all looking in the mirror.
Yeah, we're all the
It's
same
like
person.
God's looking in a mirror back at itself, and that's us. And I know that sounds really screwy. That's not what we've been taught. But really, it is the truth. The mirror is real. Look it up in a lot of different movies. Neo in the Matrix, he looked into the mirror. He became a part of the mirror, but then he couldn't see his reflection anymore, which was actually poisonous, because we need to see each other in the mirror. That's one of the biggest things with marriage. I didn't realize that, but my wife is my mirror. And every time you marry, you think you're getting married to like
Somebody
something
else.
outside of yourself, but really it is a reflection of you.
And it helps you reflect on every little facet of good and of bad that you find, if you allow yourself to. You have to be open to receiving that kind of message from the difficulties you run into, the differences, the similarities.
There's only two choices. It's either fear or love.
Right.
That's how you break down this whole entire life. And if it's causing you to fear your brothers and sisters, then maybe it's a lie. It's an illusion that we shouldn't listen to.
Yeah, I was blown away by the fact that as I grew through developing this deeper, more open, more relaxed type of seeing people deeply on the inside and then really connecting with them as if they are just another version of me. Like anyway, once I started doing that, fear just disappeared out of my life. I don't fear anything. Like in a deep
Well, fear
level.
is how we're manipulated. So he's right.
Yeah.
Fear
So
is the biggest manipulation tool.
you cut that out and you take back control of your existence.
Love is the opposite. So you trust and you see that we're all one, united. And when that happens, magic.
And it doesn't matter what
happen, your vision changes.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter what your background is, what your race, your politics, your gender. Everybody can see, like if you go through some struggles earlier in life that other people haven't struggled through, they get the feel, you know you've gone through some stuff. They know that they've gone through some stuff. So why can't we all just get along, as they've said? It's so easy to just stop for a moment from the compulsive, reactive, I disagree with you in this current moment, so I'm going to fight for my angle against yours because yours is different from mine. But if you instead stop to actually listen why they've developed it, it's always legitimate. There's always something legitimate about why they created the perspective, the viewpoint they have. All you have to do is listen enough to give it some time of day. Howdy, guys. Tunnels. And we're only now just starting to discover the true depth of all that. We're only now just realizing how it actually feels to exist like that, not just, hear fluffy, chat on the internet or whatever, but to actually experience the depth of how liberating and easy it is to live a life of connective love instead of separation, division, and hate, fear.
And see, we are the change.
Yep. Be the change.
We actually change reality. And so we're participating in optimizing this matrix womb. We're giving birth to something new in every moment. So the more we pick love together, the more we're liberated together in truth and understanding.
Yep. And the more we can see the life and love in everybody around us. Give yourself that gift, If you feel like the world is drab or down or oppressive or whatever, free yourself and lighten yourself. It's easier than you would think. If you just give yourself permission to dip inside of your own heart and away from reactionary thinking processes. No, just chill. Everybody's good. Everybody's chill. They might be reacting. They might be living in a current environment and a situation that makes it hard for them to access the better side of them, but that doesn't mean you need to let it lower you. Take your power. Show them what. Yeah. Every moment you can choose to live your higher, they're more empowered in control self, where you can decide the vibe of the room. If you've worked yourself to the point where you understand how to manage your own emotions and your own life situation, no matter how messy it gets, you come out the other side powerful. Then you start creating an abundance of it, and then you just want to give it out to everybody. You just like, I got too much. You want some? And this guy helped me learn that.
Well, thanks. I think it's a mutual thing. We all help each other because we're stronger together. And the more we see the beauty and we have gratitude, because gratitude is the highest vibration, we can vibrate and bring that into the world and literally change the entire reality that we live in. Because if we can choose to be grateful for a sound of a bird or the wind against their face or the clouds in the sky, how beautiful the clouds are today, we can have an epic day every day. It's a choice.
Yeah.
And I know it sounds like it's
cheesy.
We're just being too happy or whatever, but really it is just a choice.
It really is.
Nothing matters on the outside circumstance, and that's part of the illusion of this reality. The outside world is, yes, a reflection of the collective, but we take responsibility for what we can do and how we can contribute it. And all we need to do is vibrate love, forgive others, because you know, in the end of the day, we're all going to graduate when we're ready, obviously, because not everybody's ready at the same time, and there's nothing wrong with that.
And
but really,
and
it's just seeing everybody as one.
we say that it's a choice, and it is, but there is some preparation necessary. Like each person has to go through their own healing to be able to choose. Oh, jackrabbit.
He jumped up into the bottom of the car.
Maybe he's hiding.
That's weird.
Hope he doesn't
I've
fall
never seen
out
a
on the
rabbit
road.
jump up into the bottom of a car, but that's what it looked like.
But the preparation, once somebody needs to go through for themselves, is definitely the preliminary, because you can't just fake being happy, fake being healed, fake all this. You have to fully heal inside to be able to be accessible. Like if your cup of joy is draining out a leak in the bottom, cracks and holes and stuff, then you can't build that abundance to overflow to then pour on to others. So seek inside yourself why you truly have certain traumas, certain sufferings that you're holding on to. And then instead of fighting them off or trying to beat them, you have to accept the reality, the truth, and the validity of why you developed them. It was a protective instinct, a protective nature. And once you can move past that, then you can see that wound and hug it, heal it with the love that you have and the appreciation for the difficult processes we have to go through to grow. And then once you do that, you can, hey, I got more, you want some? And then you can guide them with, hey, this is what I did. I just found this new way of reaching inside. I mean, it's not complicated. It's way easier than people realize to validate your own struggles enough to heal from them the proper way. And it's not just saying, I am a victim and I validate my victimhood. It's I validate the fact that I suffered in this way, but I don't need to suffer anymore, because just like forgiving somebody, it's not for them. You don't forgive somebody for their sake. You forgive them for your sake. Even if what they did was really wrong and you can never forgive what they did, you forgive them internally for your moving on and healing. And that's like forgiving yourself for your own past, your own shortcomings, your own weaknesses, and how you've treated people in the past. You go, I get it. I was at a bad place at the time. I'm at a much better place. If I saw them now, I could apologize, but I'm moving forward. I understand there was a reason I had to suffer through that, because now I've grown so much bigger because of it. And then you have no reason to hold on to it anymore. You can release it. Like those lantern things that people launch into the air.
So there's something I just learned recently is we have certain levels of narcissism as a protection. Now, some people say, oh, I don't have any narcissism. Well, you can view that as a good thing, or you can stay there if you want. But what I'm saying is try to understand that this is a survival video game. Okay, we're in survival mode constantly. So let's not lie to ourselves. There is certain things where we cannot be like, oh, we have to draw the line here. Of course you do. We're not going to be unrealistic about that. Obviously, you got to have balance in everything. But what we understand is narcissism is somebody who looks at themselves in the mirror in a selfish way rather than seeing it in a collective that we're one. They're looking at, I'm better than this person. But what you're saying is, if I have to compete against myself, am I really going to win? Because I have to knock that person down, that other side of me down.
In order to boost up.
In order to win.
Yeah.
But there is no win. That's like an illusion. Nobody wins in a war. That's an illusion. Nobody wins in a war.
It's like if your right arm's trying to
it's like chopping
fight
off
your
right
left arm.
saying, oh, I'm going to be better without my right arm or my left arm. No, you're not. That's a lie. So, where do you want to go?
I'm going to switch over to this side because my arm's getting tired.
Oh.
Still no selfie stick.
So anyways, that's where I think a lot of stuff changes as you see that we are a collective one, looking at each other in the mirror. There's no more need to fight ourselves off. And they don't want you to know this stuff for some reason, because Obviously, they lose their control when we're all desperate and fighting amongst ourselves. But it's the
That's-
ants and the grasshoppers. It's always the same story.
Yep.
But we're not versing the grasshoppers. That's what I don't understand. The only reason the grasshoppers are here is to help us see our narcissism and that we are all one, really.
Well, and narcissism is another kind of like when people talk about main character energy. You know how I don't know if you're familiar with when they use the term main character.
Yeah, NPCs and stuff.
Well, no, main character is like when somebody thinks that they're the center of attention and they're doing something that they just think the whole world around them should just, that's like an unhealed version of really making life about you. Like it sounds strange, but if you make your life about your healing, then you, in the process, after healing yourself first, making yourself priority or healing your priority, then the rest opens up to where the rest of the world is part of you. So it's not even anymore taken away from you. It's now adding the rest of the world as part of you instead of divisive, rhetoric and whatnot.
Cute.
Yeah, couple videos, couple photography. My dad used to do a bunch of that. Couple photography and wedding photography. Aw, our hills aren't available. It's a lake down here. Usually we'll flow through there. Usually we floating around in that grass over there. Risking it. Risky bisky. All right. Well, hey, did you have anything else to say before? I mean, that touched on a lot of points that I really like to emphasize and just put out there. And this is an earlier video. Not too many people watch this. They might come back later in a couple years when I have a couple followers, but I want to add to the content of the people out there that are aware of this way of internally growing and then bringing everyone else up with you,
Yeah.
And when you have somebody else with you that understands the intrinsic value of this.
I do have something else to add.
All right.
So we must really reflect a lot. Try to, I know it's kind of maybe tough in this world to sit in silence and really evaluate your life. Try not to dwell so much on the past. Dwell more on this moment now, okay? Because the past usually has some pain, some suffering. Everybody's had abuse from their parents, okay? Let's just be honest. Our parents aren't perfect. I'm a parent, I'm not perfect. But we're not gonna sit here and beat ourselves up, okay? We're trying our best. We assume that everybody else is trying their best as well, okay? So I grew up in a religion that made me think that I was better than other people. Okay, that was a lie. It took me a while to figure that out, the majority of my life actually, but I figured it out, okay? And the point is, we're all one, and that we are trying, each one of us is trying our best, okay? That's the true facts. Even if they're a murderer, they're trying their best. That's the best they could do.
Yeah, who knows what kind of background they had that really tore them down to the point of resorting to such a thing,
So if we know that, who's programmed us to hate each other, okay? It wasn't you. It wasn't you.
Because we want connection, we want friendship.
You. And so if you know that, ask yourself, even if you're hitting on anybody, like making fun of them, saying this video is stupid, whatever, like anything, just ask yourself, where did that negativity come from? Where did that programming come from? Because that's really the meat and potatoes, is figuring out where your attention has been and who's been programming you with that type of mentality, because it's divide and conquer once again. Don't go with the divide and conquer, because it's going to make your graduation longer, and you're going to have to play this video game who knows how many times before you get it again, because you might be a child soldier in the next life. You don't know. We don't know. But what we do know is there's abundant lies in this reality, so we need to weed them out, and only we can do that personally. Nobody's going to do that for us. In fact, if you're listening to the mainstream, you're most likely getting a bunch more lies. Okay?
Mhm.
That's just the facts. So
It serves people to have a
because
bunch
they
of
like
slaves and
And if
control.
you believe lies are easier to control because we're all bickering and fighting and making fun of each other, and nobody gets connected and into love when they're doing that. So since we know how they play the game, we don't have to play that way anymore.
Right.
And so we choose to live on a higher level of understanding. And that's really where it comes from. Where are you putting your attention? Ask yourself, where is my attention? What's the social media that you're looking at? Because that's important.
Yeah.
You're programming your future. Don't let other
That's
people program you
exactly.
incorrectly.
Yeah.
We all need to take personal control of where we're giving our attention to, because that's the new money.
And that's-
your attention is the money. And if your attention on the wrong stuff, you're going to get screwed every time. Like
And-
the bad guys.
And I just like to empower people to realize that they can, like he said, for the longest time we have been programmed, and most everybody knows that there's a bunch of political programming or whatever on media and stuff. We're allowing ourselves to get programmed unless we step back and think, okay, there's this side and there's that side, but what do I think and feel, and
what's hidden in your heart that you want to bring out and share with the world? Let's ask about.
Yeah,
let's-
it's like
let's think
creations.
about that. You can only find out yourself. I can't find out. Nobody can find that for you except for you.
Mhm.
I had to find out what my passion was, and everybody told me it was stupid since I was a teenager.
Yeah.
So should I just keep believing them and not doing my passion? You already know the answer to that question. So why you shouldn't do that either. You should follow your passion, develop something where you're going to bring that love out into the world and share it, because we all need to hear it.
Mhm.
You're very extremely important.
And if you're not putting love out into the world, then you're almost like a vacuum sucking in the opposite.
Yeah, we don't
You
want
know,
to be
it's-
black holes. We want to be a sun. We
Are
want to
you-
give light to the world.
Yeah, are you a magnet that's attracting
What's up,
or
Gareth?
something that's repelling? Yeah. Because if you're not attracting, you're either neutral or you're repelling. And the only way to attract is to develop that magnetic personality
Fear is a
and
black hole. Just like
capabilities.
Jesus said, love one another. That's it. That's how you master life, because that's all that we're here to do. Spread love, create more love, and figure out what it is that we've been lied to so that we can have and magnify more love. That's it.
Amen, my brother. I love you.
Love you too.
Love you all.
Everybody watching this, we love you. That's
Every
why
time.
we're doing this, spending time to share the light, spread the light and the love, because that's what this life is all about. Now we need to see your light too.
Yeah. Share with us any of your stories and tell us what you want to see and hear.
Yep.
Love it.